especially when I have been in the car for so many events through the past 4 years, and you guys have been with me. That's the last time I'm going to hear her do that. Oh, don't cry, don't cry. Okay, been here for 10 minutes now. One other person shopping and no member of staff. Tempted to just shout and see if there's anybody that appears. Ridiculous. Hi friends, okay, outside Halfords, having been to hopefully get new number plates for my car before it gets collected. Waited over 10 minutes for anyone to appear. The shop was empty on 2 levels, just one other person walking around. And then the guy comes down, can I help you? I'm like, well yes actually, I need this number plates making. He said we can't do it without a printed paper copy of the form. That DVLA says the certificate is good enough on your phone, as long as you've got ID. They said they won't do it. So helpful, very helpful. Now I'm going to find a printer. See you on the flip side. Okay friends, I've just stepped into the car because there's some construction going on out here, but I've just been into my second Halfords now to get the plates made up. Okay, sweaty drama time. So the first one, I've probably done a clip saying the guy wouldn't do it without the paper copy. So I went to a library as he suggested, queued up dutifully, and apparently you have to join the library, become a member, pay for it. I was like, no thank you, not just for one printing, I'm not going to be in the country. So I called my sister, who dutifully jumped to it and said, yes, I can help you, I can print that at work. A little bit of a snafu with the printer system, but with the help of her great friends, I'm sure I'll insert a couple of pictures here, managed to get the documents printed. I'm going to have to open this window, I'm so sorry. That's construction, but it's so hot. So I get the paperwork. It's another half an hour out of the day. Obviously I'm driving, panicking because this car now is supposed to have the new plates on. Head to, like I said, different Halfords because I didn't really want to give my money to the other guy, but I thought I'm just gonna go and ask if I can get these number plates made up and show my phone as I did the first time round. And he was like, yeah, sure. Have you got your ID? Right. So I didn't need the paper ones at all. The first guy was just being a fool. So not helpful Halfords and very helpful Halfords. However, £18 per plate. And he said, do you want them fitting as well? I said, does that cost extra? He said, yes, £10 per plate. I was like, I think I'll fit them myself, but they've got no holes in. So I'm going to have to drill a hole and get them fitted. But rather than another £20 on this already sweaty, expensive day, because I've already paid £80 to retain my own plates and then this palaver in the middle. But plates are changing. Car's going in 2 days. See you on the flip side. Hello friends, okay, now it is officially the last day with my car. It's being collected tomorrow, probably the morning, hopefully. They said they'll give me a text this evening to say what time they're coming, but this is it. So this is going to be part of the final goodbye to my little electric Zoe vlog. And yes, you may notice I've not showered yet because I have been out sorting the car. So I'm just out now to get her washed and clean and put the new plates on. I'm just going to get some, hopefully, Gorilla tape to stick them on because I didn't have holes in and I don't want to make a mess. So I'm going to stick them on, ready for them to be collected with the plates that will now be on this car. So yeah, the sun is shining and I've got a busy day ahead of me, I guess, while filming the things that I want to talk about before she goes, and also making sure she's clean and empty before she gets collected tomorrow. So yeah, here we go to the final car wash. I'm actually going to go through a drive-through car wash, you know, like the old school ordinary ones, and I'm going to go to a hand wash or do it myself, but I'm just going to go to Morrison's and hope that it's working, because quite often it's not, but it's the closest one and I'm just trying to tick things off early this morning so I can get showered and have my day as well. So here we go, en route to the final car wash. See you on the flip side. Just let you know where the nooks and crannies are that drive me crazy. Okay then, just like that, we are clean, and we just drove to park here. You probably just saw a little Zoe charging up as well. So I'm going to nip and get some water in Morrison's, and hopefully they'll have the Gorilla tape or some strips. I did see online, I checked before I came to see if they had them, otherwise it's off to B&M, which is a little bit further, and I'm a little bit scared about driving without the plates fully attached. Don't want to lose them, they were expensive. See you on the flip side. Okay, whilst we're just freshly clean, I'll show you one of my other little bugbears. It's down here. I've said it in vlogs before, but this thing just gets full of everything. Of course, I have a lot of trees in my garden, so lots of bugs and leaves and bits and dirt, and it just accumulates. It's delightful. These are the parts that never get clean. Obviously I don't normally use that kind of car wash, but even if you go to the hand wash where the guys do it, they don't really get in there. So you have to do that yourself afterwards, even after you've paid. And then right back at the beginning when I had the Zoe, I did talk about how many little stones and things get stuck in here and how filthy it gets. I mean, try as I might, you can't keep that clean. I'm always hoovering it and shaking off the mats, but I guess that's just the same with every car, but these bits inside just do not get clean with any kind of washing. You have to just do it yourself by hand and hope for the best. When I go away, my other little thing is how a lot of spiders decide to live in my car, and no one seems to know how to work this, but it's just nice and easy just to push. But then I get a nice little chrysalis of cobwebs and bugs inside there. I'm just going to open the bag so you can see inside. Of course, I'm starting to clean out my car, so everything's in bags at the minute. But here at the back is the other catching point, I guess, for dirt and grime. Ergonomically, she's a very lovely, like, rounded off car. She's beautiful. You know how much I love her. But so many nooks and crannies that get dirty, and it just stays there. Like, I will pop the bonnet and show you. I probably don't have so many now because there's not so many leaves falling, but I've showed you in the past where they all collect inside the front, which I guess is where it's supposed to be cooling, so it's not very cooling for the car itself. But yes, we do now have one clean-ish Zoe ready for collection in the morning. Still some bugs on there. see you on the flip side. Okay, so just the inside of the bonnet then, you can see obviously she's quite dirty. You can't obviously hose that down. That would be a very gentle wiping if you wanted to get all the cobwebs, and I'm not sure if you can see them glistening. But these parts here is what I mean. So underneath you can see there's like leaves caught underneath, but this at the front, this gets a lot fuller than this. Like this whole section will be full of leaves, and yeah. This happens a lot. So spiders seem to love it, and leaves get collected in there. So if you're having the Zoe, just make sure you have to get inside and clean every little bit by hand, because nobody else will. Yeah, delightful, but it's what we live with, to have the beautiful electric Zoe. I think whilst I'm here, I will just give you the other point of, I know I've talked about this before, but as we're saying goodbye to her, it's now is the time to tell her you can't lift these up. So if you are cleaning the car yourself, you have to have the bonnet up, or just literally hold them, you know, like old school days, you get to lift them up and just like clean underneath. They just don't stand up on their own. I know, which is really petty, probably won't bother as many people as it bothered me, but it's just another little point that I wanted to mention as I'm saying goodbye to her. Ergonomically, there are some issues with the design, in my humble opinion. Alrighty, goodbye Zoe. I'm sure I talked about this when it actually happened. We had the car maybe about 6 months, when some delightful individual threw something out onto the motorway, and it had a bag with metal in it, and it came across, hit hard, and then hit the windscreen and went over me. But I've lived with it just because it didn't look like it was getting any worse. I didn't want to pay for it twice, because I thought if anything else happens I'd have to pay again. But that is the only damage that I'm saying. 7,000 miles, 4 years of hard driving, I guess. A lot of driving all over the country, but that's not bad going, I don't think, considering that wasn't even my fault. Hello friends, I am on the bumpy road of life, and quite literally, and I thought as it's the last time that I'm going to be driving along here, I would press record, because why not bring you with me. So I'm just on my way back now from my final errands on my last day with the Zoe. Like I said, she's being picked up tomorrow, so I'll park her up now. She's clean and has her new plates on. I went with the no more nails, little stickers, and hopefully that's enough to get me back and give the car in, and then I can take the Gorilla Tape back, because that was pricey and not really necessary. So I've been through my final Starbucks and had a new special summer drink that I got a mail for today to say, I want to say that it's white chocolate pistachio oat shaken. I'll pop a picture of it in here, but it was one of those, you know, if you remember, you can get the sneak peek now, so of course I was going to do that as a treat, and it was, I think it was £5 something, so that's why I use my free one, because I always try and get like a fancy one or a large one if I'm going to use my free reward. Final bump, and on my way home. Okay, so last errand's done, car full with last bit of shopping, just really, oh, one more bump. Last bit of shopping, like bottles of water and things that are heavier that I don't want to be walking back with, and yeah, we are done. We are ready to clear out the final bits and say goodbye. I think I've got some footage of the scratch on the front, a couple of things that are my bugbears for cleaning, and I think the one other thing that I do want to tell you is the cable. So of course my phone is plugged in right now with the original Apple cable. The phone before obviously had the lightning cable, now it's USB-C, and the car actually has USB ports, so it had to have the original Apple cable to be plugged in to get Apple CarPlay to work. So I tried to use a few of the cheaper ones that I've had, but it wasn't really compatible, so I always end up having to use the actual Apple one, which is a pain because you need an extra one or take it in and out of the house all the time to actually use the real cable. And then to move to my newer phone with USB-C, I had to get a little adapter. Oh, Tesla. It's a little adapter for the USB port, and that makes it not always work. So it is a bit of a pain that it's not kind of Bluetooth or wireless in some way, that you do have to have it plugged in all the time. Oh, Zoe as well. That's the second Zoe I've seen today. We're coming at ya. So yeah, it is a bit of a pain. I think more cars now are having the wireless. Okay, just realised none of that was recording. So I'd gone over the bumps and it's shaken it, so it had stopped. So cool. I don't know where I've got to now, but I'll just turn around and park up, see where we got to, and fill in the blanks. See you on the flip side. Okay, so I've parked up and just looked at the footage, and I think the only thing that we've missed is I was saying that a few weeks back when I went to the Trafford Centre, I had a look into the, is it the Polestar, the car anyway that's electric. And the girl was telling me about that one, and you do also have to plug the cable in to get Apple CarPlay to work, which I just think is a bit silly because it drains the life of your phone battery, even if you're not obviously using it to vlog like myself, but just all the time having it plugged in for maps and music and things. It should just be some kind of wireless now, so you can only just charge it when you want to, but I'm sure we'll get there. In fact, I'm sure I'll have a Tesla. We keep praying, but yeah, this is it. No more car from tomorrow, so when we park her up this evening, that is it. I'm going to spend the afternoon now in my mum's garden. She's not actually in, but she has a nice one to sit in, so oh, I think my uncle's actually just pulling up in front of me. He's going to wonder what I'm doing, but but yeah, so that's it for now, and I shall see you on the flip side. Okay friends, so this is it, the very final morning. I'm told that they're going to be here in about half an hour to collect my car. I feel emotionally attached after the past 4 years with her. But yeah, it's time. She's clean, she's ready. I have my pack with all my documents and services and things. 2 little naked keys. 1 second. Whoa, without my little covers on anymore. And of course, no holder for my phone. So I'm holding the camera and ready for them to arrive. Hopefully it's not going to cost too much. I will probably pop in the description what kind of fees they give me at the end for the extra mileage and any what they think is above fair use, wear and tear, and of course that scratch on the front, which we know is going to be probably pricey. Yes, it's happening. So many emotions, and I know people will probably say, oh, it's so silly to get emotionally attached to a car, but especially when I have been in the car for so many events through the past 4 years, and you guys have been with me. That's the last time I'm going to hear her do that. Oh, don't cry. But yeah, I was doing the maths on my mileage yesterday, and considering I'm giving her back 1 month short of the 4 years, and I've been away at sea for 2.5 years, that means I've managed to rack up over 14,000 miles a year for whilst I've been using her. So she's done pretty well. Yeah, for anybody that has range anxiety or doesn't think electric can go up and down the country or be sustainable, this is proof that it is. It is the future, it is here, and don't listen, Zoe, but Tesla, I'm coming for you. If I have to be carless for a few years, then, you know, it's definitely going to be electric next time. One thing I did want to pop in, well, firstly, let me apologise. This vlog is probably very disjointed. I just have a few little bits about, you know, getting the car washed, getting the plates done, sitting down telling you that obviously she's going. But yeah, I went back to the garage at the start of this process to see the guy. Well, I didn't know it was going to be this guy, but one guy that has spoken to me quite a few times over the years for different things that I've been into the garage for. His name is Dean. I won't say his surname in case he doesn't want to be mentioned, but he's always been very helpful. I really appreciate him. And he did tell me that Dacia, the kind of, I want to say sister company, like the lesser Renault offshoot, I guess, I don't know how to say that nicely, they're bringing out an electric car. I don't know if I've mentioned that at all in any of my saying goodbye to Zoe vlogs, but that's at the end of this year. So not having a car yet, but it's an idea. He said it's going to be about £15,000, so like half the price of the Zoe. Not so many miles, maybe 150, but it would still be a great car for knocking around and at least keep me on the road for things like filming and stuff when I'm on leave. But that is a future thought. I'd like to stay strong and not have a car for a couple of years, sort my ship life out, see if that's going where it's supposed to go, and then get the car of my dreams, or a lottery win. I'm not sure which will come first. Probably the Dacia. But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there that there are still cars coming on the market, very affordable cars that give a great range, really. I know it's not like 400 like Tesla or things like that, but does everybody need that? Not really. I do, because I definitely drive up and down the country and everywhere in between, but it's not necessary, and electric can be charged like just once a week, once a month for some people. It's just, I get a little overexcited and drive around a lot. But I think that was going to be it for this vlog. Oh, this is a little shaky, my arm's aching. I think I'm just like nervous and sad and don't want to get emotional. But yeah, it's 9:15. They said they'll be here about 9:15, so I thought I'd come and sit in here, say goodbye to you guys from the Zoe. Not forever, you don't get rid of me that easy. But from her, this is the final time. See you on the flip side. But not in Zoe. Okay, but I want to hear from you. Are you driving electric? Will you drive electric? Is Zoe a choice of yours? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Range anxiety. How long does your electric charge last? Is there another car that I've not considered? What's going to keep me electric in the future? How are you doing with yours? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.